Joining us tonight, a man who's very in tune with the economic issues in every hemisphere, Congressman Louis Gohmert. He's a member of the House Judiciary Committee, the Republican Study Committee, the House Freedom Caucus. Congressman, it is great, as always, to see you. The Pence-China speech, I happen to think is extraordinarily important, and for most Americans, it seems to me revelatory. What do you think?
I think you're exactly right. And it's been amazing to me to hear some of the pseudo-media, the alt-left media. Sometimes people call it the mainstream. It's alt-left. But they've been demeaning Vice President Pence for a good speech and an important speech and sending a message to the Chinese. And don't forget, Lou, that it's not only the trade, but it's also what Vice President was pointing out. It was the Chinese that we know I thought it would be the Blockbuster report after I questioned Peter Strzok about it, but they hacked Hillary Clinton's private server. They were getting every email, and it wasn't Russia. It was China, and they were getting every email that she sent or received through her private server. These are people that have not treated us fairly. They've been the worst abuser of patents and copyrights. And whatever direction you want to go, human rights, there's problems there, but especially on trade. And Marsha Blackburn and I met with one of their copyright people, and when we finally talked to an honest one, he said, yeah, we've got a real problem with enforcing U.S. copyrights. We did seize, a whole bunch of goods. What'd you do with them? Well, the government sells them when they seize them from the black market. But anyway, it's outrageous what's going on, and I am thrilled that President Trump and Mike Pence are calling things the way they are, which Obama never, ever would do.
He would not, and by the way, he was not alone. Neither would George W. Bush. Neither would Bill Clinton. This is a different president, a different kind of president, and he means business. And when he takes on an issue, he's usually the first person to talk about it straightforwardly and move to action.
Isn't that refreshing, though?
I'm sorry?
Isn't that refreshing? I find it quite refreshing.
Oh, I think the entire country finds it refreshing, with a few
marginal,
desperate Dems. We'll leave it at that.
There you go.
Let's turn to the developments today in Washington. The Judge Kavanaugh, in the minds of most people we've heard today, think that he will be confirmed, but by a very narrow margin. You're thinking?
Well, I think you could substitute for the vote up or down on Kavanaugh, just to substitute the question, have you any decency? And if you vote yes, then yes, you do. And if you vote no on Kavanaugh, then the answer is no. I just can't imagine anybody treating a respected, they didn't treat anybody like this, not Ginsburg, Sotomayor. There were all kinds of places to go, but they treated them with respect despite the political differences, and now it is destroy anybody with whom you disagree. This is where we've gone, and frankly, Lou, it's been pretty successful for them, and so naturally they're going to be here.
When you say we've gone, I truly don't believe it's we. Not yet.
No, it isn't. Well, you're right.
It's the left.
It's not.
It's the Democrats.
It is the left.
Who are radicalized.
That's right.
The most recent survey showing half of millennial Democrats believe in either democratic socialism or socialism itself. This is a generation going in a different direction. The young man who was arrested in Sheila Jackson Lee's office for doxing U.S. senators. And we now learn today, threatening to release health data of some children of U.S. senators. I mean, this
Unbelievable. They know no bounds when it comes to decency.
Well,
And,
are we going
you know,
to prosecute? Are we going to
Yeah.
prosecute when they do this?
I
Because
hope
this
so.
has got to.
I hope so,
It's got to
but-
end, and it's got to end here, or it's going to go to places we can't.
We got to have some major
can't
changes
contemplate.
in the FBI, or they're not going to. I mean, they lied to Jeff Sessions about the Pakistani.
Oh, well,
who
I mean, they
was,
played the whole
they
Justice
lied
Department for fools.
Yeah.
And by the
So-
way, it appears that way, but let's not forget, the Democratic Party has been politically corrupt now for, 20 years, and at the same time, their connections to the Democratic Party and the Democratic National Committee and Democratic administrations are documented and will be
they
more
might
so
as well
before we're through.
raise their forearm and raise their hands and yell "Heil Soros" is the way they've headed. But there are enough Americans that say we need decency, we need to follow the Constitution, and we need to stop this destructive policy that they've been on.
Right.
But look at
Congressman.
Kavanaugh. People criticizing for how he reacted when people are saying
you know,
they're going
you and I
to do
both know that is
my
that's
gosh.
theatrics. That's
Yeah.
pure.
If he had come in and
viciousness.
said, "I'm not guilty, I didn't do any of this," and no emotion, then they would have been after him that he didn't have any emotion. So he wasn't going to win either way. It's the power of personal
weren't there.
destruction.
They weren't there to interview the man for a job. They were there to destroy
that's
him and his
exactly
family.
right.
Congressman Lloyd Gohmert, as always, great to have you
Lou,
with us.
appreciate you.
Good to see you.
You're
Thank you.
cutting to the chase here. It's great.